On a basketball court, split your group into 2 teams. There are 3 roles in this game, and each role has their own region of the gym. You need to define a region in the middle, such as the outside edges of the basketball court, and this is where the strikers will play. There should also be space along the sidelines of the court, and this is where the protectors will play. All that's left is a strip along the back of your team's half, and this is where the goalies will play. Along each team's back wall, create a goal using painter's tape. It's just a rectangular box, and it should be about 20 feet wide and 6 feet tall. This game is played with a dodgeball, or really any ball that you can both shoot like a basketball and kick like a soccer ball. The first time you play Lithuania ball, there's a few rules to learn, so let's break it down by role. Strikers, the people in the middle of the court, will start off in basketball mode and score by shooting the ball into the other team's basket. Just like in basketball, you get 2 points for scoring a close basket or 3 points for scoring a long-range one, but unlike in basketball, you are not allowed to move when you have the ball. It's almost like ultimate frisbee in a sense. You run forward to get open, catch the ball, stop moving, and look for a teammate to throw it to, who will hopefully shoot it and score. As long as the game is in basketball mode, the protectors and the goalies aren't doing too much, but they should stay ready for action. Inevitably, at some point the ball will fall to the ground, whether because of a failed pass or an intentional drop. As soon as the ball touches the ground, everyone switches from basketball mode to soccer mode. Now the way that the strikers score is no longer by scoring a basket, but by kicking the ball into the net you've created on the opposing team's back wall. Just like in soccer, strikers aren't allowed to touch the ball with their hands, and if you manage to score a goal, you earn 1 point for your team. So just to recap, the game starts in basketball mode, where the players try to shoot a basket for either 2 or 3 points, but as soon as the ball touches the ground, they are instantly in soccer mode, where they try to score by kicking the ball into the goal. The strikers are the most active of the 3 roles, but next let's talk about the players along the sidelines, the protectors. The only way for players to switch back from soccer mode to basketball mode in the middle of the point is through the protectors, because while the strikers are not allowed to pick the ball up off of the ground, the protectors are. Once the protectors pick the ball up, they are allowed to throw the ball to the strikers on their team, and from there the strikers can continue playing in basketball mode. Hopefully the strikers realize the value of kicking the ball to their teammates on the sidelines, because once the ball gets thrown back in, they have a chance to earn 2 or 3 times as many points as if they had tried to play selfishly. And that leaves the goalies. Their job is the most straightforward. Do not let the other team kick the ball into your net. The goalies are allowed to use their hands, but they are not able to make the game switch back into basketball mode. If they're holding the ball, they can throw or kick it to the strikers, who will still be in soccer mode, or they can throw or kick it to the protectors, who will throw the ball back into their teammates to continue in basketball mode. Allow each team to divide themselves into as many of each role as they want to. If they want to have 8 strikers, 1 protector, and 1 goalie, they can do that. If they want to have 4 goalies, 2 strikers, and 2 protectors, that's alright also, as long as they have at least 1 of each role. Take a break every time a point is scored, and give players a chance to redistribute themselves among the roles. Keep track of the score, and whichever team has the most after about 20 or 30 minutes wins. I apologize for the intricacy of this game, but there's actually a great lesson you can teach with this activity if you lead a youth group at your church. Everyone knows the end of the book of Matthew, where after Jesus was done with his ministry, his final task that he gave us was the Great Commission, to go and make disciples of all nations. In that charge, there's 3 roles: us, the people we evangelize to, and Jesus. The positions of Lithuania ball each represent one of those roles. The strikers, aka the people playing the game, taking action, and who honestly try to rely on their own strength too often, are us. The goalies are like those we evangelize to. They have tremendous value while at the same time being in the most danger. And finally, the people along the sidelines are like Jesus. We don't rely on them as much as we should, even though they elevate us to be the best version of ourselves we can be. For a game that was originally created just to be a fun activity, Lithuania ball did a surprisingly good job at helping the lesson I was teaching my youth group resonate. I'm a huge believer in active learning, that is using games to teach your lesson, because through it you can get people engaged but then also keep them coming back. At the core of every good youth group meeting is a game-driven lesson, and that's why we send out 2 game-driven lessons every single month to our members, along with a bunch of other benefits. This month we're actually giving away the lesson Evangelize, which uses Lithuania ball, for free, and it's in the description. Every game-driven lesson has a fun game, everything you need to know to play it with your group, and questions to lead a meaningful conversation relevant to that game you just played. For this month only, you can join for $5 and get 2 lessons right away, $30 in digital credit to our store, 10% off everything, and a PDF of every game we've ever made a tutorial for. Check the link in the description.